Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Beverly and I'm currently a law student at the University of Birmingham. It's kind of ironic that I always start my intros with a welcome or welcome back to my channel because it kind of applies to me at this point. I have been gone for 6 whole months.
Nobody's heard from me for months. I'm doing better than I ever was.
My last post was in March and I believe it was the unrealistic weekend in my life, and I just went off the grid like that. Well, not off the grid. If you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you've probably heard and seen me over the past few months, but in regards to my TikTok and my YouTube channel, it has been silent. But we are so back and I'm so excited to just turn on the camera and talk to all of you, especially those of you who've been patiently waiting for me to gain my bearings and make my return to YouTube. Like the title says, this video is basically a little catch up on everything that you've missed over the last 6 months and a little bit of an explanation on why I haven't posted in a while. It's my first time doing this type of sit down video, so I hope you enjoy it. If you do, make sure to like and subscribe and let me know in the comment section if you want to see more sit down explanation videos with little montages. I'm not really sure how this video is going to come along, but if you enjoy it, please let me know by leaving a little like and comment. And if you want to see more content from me, be sure to subscribe because we are definitely back into the swing of things. A little disclaimer, as you can probably tell, this video is going to be heavily talking based. I know that that's very different from what I normally do, but I'm going to spend a majority of this video just talking to the camera. You will be sick of hearing my voice, but bear with me. I am trying something new here. I'm not really sure how it's gonna go. I'm not really sure if it's even gonna go up, but I'm very excited to try something different and just take a new direction with a video for once, because I feel like my work all looks the same on my channel. Additionally, yes, I do have a script of all the main points that I want to hit. I don't want to spend majority of this vlog just going over the same points over and over again. I have a lot to say and not enough time to say it, so I did write down a script, but I can assure you that all these thoughts are my own thoughts. Here is a video of me working at 6 a.m. on the Monday of the 14th on the script and on the 8th of August while in the airport lounge. That being said, let's just get into the swing of things. Okay, to start off, where have I been? I believe the last video on my channel was the unrealistic weekend in my life, where I had lowball and went to Liverpool to watch a Man U match against Everton and then spent the night in Manchester, and that was like a really fun vlog. That probably went up in March, right before I went off the grid. That's actually such a dramatic way of just saying I stopped posting, but you get the idea. Honestly, this little hiatus wasn't due to a lack of content. I had started filming another vlog immediately after coming back. I believe I filmed a realistic weekend in my life and a productive week in the life of a law student, but unfortunately, if you've been on this channel for a while, then you probably know where I'm going with this. My editing software crashed on me again. If you've been with me on this channel for a while, you know that I use Adobe Premier Pro, and despite the fact that I pay £21.98 a month to use this software, it constantly just keeps crashing on me. I have been struggling with this since I started my channel. I have taken months off just trying to figure out what's wrong and fix this up. So what happened was I was editing a realistic weekend in my life vlog when it suddenly crashed on me, and every time I went back in to try and open the videos to re-edit and continue editing that video, it kept shutting down on me. I was very confused on what was happening, and I ended up trying to redo the entire video again, and it just wasn't working on me at all. It kept crashing. I spent a good chunk of those first 2 or 3 months just trying to figure out what was wrong with the software. And you might be asking why I didn't just try a new software, because I know when I talk to my friends about why there was no new video, a lot of them would just say, Beverly, just try this software, try that one. Unfortunately, because I am a self-taught editor, Premiere Pro and CapCut are the only 2 pieces of software that I am comfortable using, and I really wasn't in the mood to start learning a completely different system. Additionally, I do pay for Adobe Premiere Pro, so I needed it to work. I ended up deciding to take a pause on creating videos just to let it get sorted. And by let it get sorted, it doesn't mean I was just sitting there doing nothing. I deleted and re-downloaded the app. I asked the help center for help. It turns out whenever I would edit on my PC, it would work, but if I went back to try and edit on my monitor, it would crash, and I don't know what it was about that. I don't know if it was something to do with the pixels, like how it wasn't translating, or if my laptop was just overheating, but it wouldn't let me edit. It did eventually start working again. Unfortunately though, by the time it started working, I was already in exam season, and the vlog I wanted to post was very much all over the place. I was in pubs, at a jazz performance, then I went clubbing, and I didn't feel like that video was a reflection of the stage I was at anymore, which was like exam season. I didn't want to post that, especially because I knew it wouldn't reflect where other students are, and majority of your students. It felt very unrealistic to start posting a like weekend fun vlog when we're all supposed to be locked in and studying. It just felt like too much of a hassle to put that out there at that time. And you might be asking why I didn't put it out after. I just felt like the time to post it had passed, and honestly I'm still very sad that I worked so hard on that video and it might never see the light of day. But at the end of the day, I knew that it wasn't gonna get watched by anyone, and as much as these videos are for me, they are also for you. I want to post content that we can both enjoy. Furthermore, like I've said, I was entering exam season, and my priority was no longer editing and getting out this content. My priority was now exams. I am a law student first and foremost. I'm a student above everything else, and studying just had to come first. I love YouTube with all my heart. I love making videos and filming and posting and sharing my life with you, but at the end of the day, when it was time to lock in, I just had to lock in. There was no way that that was happening. After exams passed, it was summer, and I was honestly feeling like I needed a little bit of a revamp. I wanted to take some time to discover what direction I wanted to take my content in. I never did stop filming, and while I won't be making individual vlogs for all the content I have, I am very happy that I found a way to make sure that content doesn't go to waste by making this little catch-up video. So yeah, let's get into the second part, which is what I've been up to. As I've mentioned, this video is also supposed to be a little catch-up on what you've missed over the last 6 months. So now that we've gotten the explanation on why I haven't posted out of the way, let's get into what you guys have missed, because it's been a pretty busy 6 months. Like, I'm already a very busy person. I try and keep myself as busy as possible, so you best believe I've been outside. Let's get into what I've been doing besides fighting with editing software. I've kind of hinted that after my last vlog, I just came home and like settled into my routine, and while that is true, it's also been a chaotic past few months. I think in the weeks immediately following that last vlog, I started spending more time with my friends again. I met up with some of my friends and we went to this jazz performance in this really cool pub. Afterwards, I met up with a different group of friends same night and went clubbing with them. Really fun vibes. I took a short trip to London, went shopping, got to see the uni's artisan market and just catch up with my friends and really just soak in as much sun as possible since the sun had just come out. A few of my friends in the Cake Cover Society had a performance, so I got to go and attend and support them. I was in full fun girl mode the entire time. Throughout the videos, I was just screaming and shouting and cheering them on, which was beyond everything for me. I loved getting to see my friends do what they love, and it was such a huge opportunity. Like, I was so honored that they invited me to come watch them perform and cheer them on, and I'm so glad that I got to do that as well. I also attended my first ever ice hockey game, which was the best. Oh my god, I need to talk about this game because I was so anxious in the days leading up to this game because I really wanted to go, but none of my friends were free nor interested in going to this game with me. And I remember the day of the game, the artisan market had just come out and we were chilling in the courtyard just like enjoying the sun and soaking it all up, and I ask who's going to this game. Nobody wants to go. And I really sat there with myself and I was like, I guess I'm not going. And I really hated that for myself, because I was like, am I seriously not going to do something I really want to do because no one else wants to do it with me? Like, who are you? It was very important to me to like learn to enjoy the things I want to do with or without other people. And so I picked myself up, went home, bought my ticket, put on my makeup, got dressed in like school colors, and went to my first ever ice hockey game. Our uni, the Birmingham Lions, was playing against the Manchester Metros, and we did win 5-4. But even if we didn't win, it was still such a fun time, just because it was such a huge moment for me as an individual. Even though I am highly introverted and I do really enjoy spending time by myself, it was also kind of important to me to learn to do things that I want to do with or without other people. And I had so much fun, and actually a lot of my friends are going to join me on the next home game, probably next year, because it was such a fun time. My photos were so cute, as you'll probably see on the screen. I feel like that's been a big part of my growth in these past 6 months, just learning to enjoy things by myself again. I've actually implemented a new routine where I'll take myself on solo movie dates. So if there's a movie that comes out that I want to watch, I will go watch it. Whether or not other people want to come with me is irrelevant to the fact I will go watch it. I believe I watched the 2005 Pride and Prejudice in cinemas for their 10-year anniversary. And more recently, I watched the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake when it came out at the beginning of the summer. I wanted to watch it with my friends, and I did have plans to watch it with my friends, but everybody was kind of taking their sweet time trying to put together this plan, and I knew I was going home very soon. So I decided, you know what, some things is just not meant to be. I'm going to go by myself. Since I started this mentality, I've done a lot of other activities by myself, from concerts to games to performances. If no one wants to come, I'll take myself. That's my new motto. Spring came and I did my annual closet clean out. This seems so mediocre, but honestly this closet clean out is so essential for my soul. Something about like going through my closet, picking out all the clothes I'm not gonna wear, putting them in a pile, and be like, give to my sister, like hand me down versus donate pile, and then just giving all the clothes I'm not gonna wear anymore out, and leaving room for clothes that I actually do wear. Just make sure that my closet isn't just like stacks on stacks on stacks of clothes. It's very, very important to me. I definitely recommend doing a seasonal closet clean out, where at the end of each season you go through your clothes, maybe switch, because I like to, because of the nature of my closet, I keep a lot of my clothes for different seasons above in the overhead storage, and then the clothes for the actual season in the wardrobe on the hangers. So normally when I go to do that switch is when I will go through all my clothes and decide which ones I actually wore, which ones I put off wearing, and just like as I'm doing the switch, I'll also create those piles. And I think it's such a good system, and one that I definitely recommend. Anywho, a little bit of a digress there. All this to say, I spent majority of April and March just enjoying spring and how warm the weather was getting. I went to lunch with friends, got back into reading, taking little walks through the canal, and honestly just trying to soak in all the sunny goodness, because I knew exam season was looming, like knocking at my door. Now, while it might not seem like it, I had actually started prepping for exams really early into the year. This season was filled with endless days and nights just studying. I spent a good chunk of those last 2 months locked in study mode, between group study sessions, individual study sessions, library study sessions, study room study sessions, bedroom study sessions, in the bed study sessions, at the dinner table study sessions. Dinner table in quotes, because we don't have a dinner table, we have a kitchen island instead. It was definitely a tough time for me. I don't think I've ever had a hard period like this, especially academic wise. This is definitely one of the hardest times I've ever had academically. It went beyond just like, am I actually getting the content that I'm reading? Is any of this actually sinking in? Is this gonna stick in my memory? Because this was, a lot of these were take-home exams. Most of the studying was just trying to keep my notes together, but also just trying to keep up with the different concepts. I didn't want to be learning a new concept in the 3-hour take-home exam period. But beyond that, it was also so tough because it left me questioning my purpose. Like a little bit of vulnerability coming up, it left me questioning my purpose in this course. I was sitting there like, why am I doing law? Why I even like this course? Do I want to do it? Is it worth it? Are all these tears worth it? Because there were a lot of tears, there was a lot of self-doubt, and this isn't anything new. This is definitely an experience a lot of different students can relate to, and I'm trying to be way more vulnerable on my channel, so I definitely wanted to mention this because I know I talk a lot about the positives and trying to keep an upbeat, positive, balanced lifestyle, but the truth of the matter is life does get hard, and I can openly admit that this year was probably one of the hardest years I've ever had in my life, especially because I like to think I'm good at my course. So it was very weird for me because most times, even when I find things hard, I still know that I'm good at what I'm doing. So it was a really weird position for me to feel like I'm not good at it. But I feel like it was also very important because it really solidified the fact that this is what I want. I want this degree so bad. I feel like it just built my drive, but more than anything, it taught me how important it is to maintain my healthy habits throughout exam season. Normally, I'll have like a really good system and routine built up where I'm getting my steps in, I'm drinking water, 3 meals a day, I'm living a well-balanced life. I'm going out with friends, but I'm also studying, I'm making notes, but I'm also like exploring different parts of the country and all that fun stuff. But I think once exam season hits, I kind of just like ignore all the habits that I'm trying to keep up, especially like walking, because my goal for the year was get at least 5,000 to 10,000 steps each day. And honestly, during exam season, I am lucky if I get even 100, because I get up, get out of bed, come to the kitchen, make my little coffee or buy an energy drink from across the road, come back, sit at my desk and just study. Move to the library in the morning, leave the next morning when exhaustion is making it so difficult to read. That's literally what my routine had been, and I honestly think that was the worst thing I could have done for myself, because that just put a huge load on like my mental and emotional state, because I didn't have creative outlets to fall off of. I didn't have any of my routines to help keep me balanced and centered, and I think that definitely played a big role in this exam season being one of the hardest for me. So next year, I think I'm going to try and at least maintain walking every day. Luckily, I did finish exams though. I finished exams in one piece and I was so happy after exams. I was so excited to finally be done with second year, last year of uni, but also the best year of uni somehow. I'm just so glad that it's been the past. I was so happy to finally spend time with my friends again. Immediately after we finished exams, a few of my friends and I went out to dinner and drinks. Glenn and I tried this new wine place that he wanted to introduce me to, and then we met up with a few other friends for dinner and had a few cocktails and then played pool, and we honestly just like took time to spend time with each other and forget about exams, but also to just like debrief on how we had been feeling throughout the entire process. The exam chapter of this year is done. Well, not this year, of this semester is done. It is now time for the summer chapter, and if you know me, you know I love to make the most of my summer. Summer is like my second favorite season. My favorite season is autumn. I take my summer so seriously. I love to make the most of them, go outside, spend time with friends, go to different activities, try new areas, travel, and I have done so much. I'm so excited for you guys to see the summer chronicles. That is the name of the next vlog. Okay, on to the third and final part of this video. Where am I going? Now that exams are officially done, I've got my grades and everything, I've had a lot of time to think about where I'm taking this channel. Not just my channel, but content overall. I think the hiatus really allowed me to consider what I want to post about, and also sort of exposed me to how monotonous my vlogs have been feeling, not just from a watching perspective, but from a filming and editing perspective as well. Especially because I'm entering my final year of uni, which means I'll have have graduated by this time next year, and I'm not just thinking about where I want to take my channel, but where I want to take my life overall. I've had a lot to think about, as you can tell. It's kind of weird because when I look back at when I started this channel about approximately 3 years ago, I always felt like my life was just starting. My first vlog was my high school graduation vlog. I had a whole series where it was just saying bye to high school, and I felt like that was the prologue to my life just beginning. But now, approaching 4 years later, I'm starting to feel like my life is now just starting, especially when I start thinking about how much I've changed from when I started vlogging. So where am I going? Honestly, who even knows? I'm still trying to figure it all out because it feels like everyone around me already has answers to questions I've never even asked. I guess we'll be figuring that out together as we enter my final chapter of uni. I do know, and you can probably see that in this video, that I want to be a lot more vulnerable with my channel. I want to be a lot more open about the entire experience, everything that I've been going through, everything I've learned, what I would do differently, and that's kind of the most clear thing I have on where this channel is going in the future. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's ended on kind of an ambiguous note, but I did want to make a little catch-up video. I don't know when this vlog is gonna come out. Probably I want to say around the 1st of September because that's when it will have been 6 months since my last video. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more clips into my life, let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content from me because we are definitely back. I will see you again next week with another video. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye.